Yo, what's going on? Everybody, GZTV, back with another video, and in this video we are going to be talking about the 8th episode of Season 4 of Better Call Saul, Coushatta. Gonna get to the plot, gonna get to the critical reception. I kind of gotta go in a little bit, but it's nice to get these videos out before too long. Kim Wexler enlists Schweiker and Coakley employees to aid Huell Babineau's defense and previews a plan to bury prosecutor Suzanne Erickson in paperwork if she seeks a prison sentence. So cut down the prison sentence, or else she's going to send in a bunch of letters from the people of Coushatta, Louisiana, which is obviously a scam pulled by Saul, which is crazy. They do this insane. And she really cares about Saul. She really cares about Jimmy. She really cares about Huell, and she really cares about this case because she actually employed her own colleagues. It's kind of crazy. Jimmy McGill takes a bus to Huell's hometown, Coushatta, Louisiana, obviously to get the letters sent in. And he had people on the bus kind of write them. He and other passengers use Kim's office supplies to write supportive mail for Huell. So it's like fake. It's like appearing to come from the people of Coushatta, Louisiana, but it's coming from people that were on the bus that wrote them and sent them from Coushatta. When Judge Monsignor receives the mail, which has Coushatta postmarks, he insists that Suzanne and Kim reach a plea deal before it's too late, before it gets too serious and he gets overflowed. It's only going to get worse if they don't come up with a deal. The people are only going to get more outraged. Suzanne investigates, but Jimmy has arranged for pay-as-you-go cellular phones to receive Suzanne's calls, which he and his film crew answer with scripted lines that vouch for Huell as a hometown hero. So yeah, they're pretty much praising him for things that he didn't do and kind of lying. Suzanne makes a deal favorable to Huell, and as a result, so that's kind of the result of that. Now we're going to move on to the Mesa Verde storyline that's been going on. Kim, Kevin Watchtoll, and Paige Novick discuss Mesa Verde's expansion, like where they can go, how they can build the buildings, all that sort of stuff. Kevin is still interested in rapid growth, but an uninterested Kim counsels caution. Like, she wants to make sure that they're not pushing too far for things. Makes sense, right? They don't want to get too aggressive, or else it's not going to go well. Kevin is still interested, later that day, she reminisces over the tequila bottle stopper she kept as a souvenir of a previous scam she ran with Jimmy, and she's like, let's keep doing this because it's bringing us together as a bonded couple, and it's great. Jimmy scouts for new offices in anticipation of having his law license restored because he's reaching the end of his suspension, and he wants his law license restored, and he wants to get an office to kind of get a jump start on things before Kim is elated by the success of their recent con and tells Jimmy she wants to do it again, and kind of their love comes back for each other as they're bonding over. When they keep getting far apart, they're just going to keep doing scams with each other. It's kind of crazy. It's a weird dynamic. Mike Ehrmantraut arranges a strip club outing for Werner Ziegler and his crew to kind of get them some R&R, restoration and relaxation, to get them rested and get them to take a break from things, that sort of deal. Mike and Werner head to a quieter bar, but Mike returns to the club to mediate after Kai causes an altercation. He makes sure all is well. Good guy Mike there. Make sure all is well with the bouncers and stuff so they don't cause any problems. Back at the bar, a drunk Werner discusses with strangers the details of underground concrete construction, and we know Gus Fring. He wants this to be a completely secret operation, and Werner's pretty much ratting them out and exposing, so if they get caught, they could possibly bust the meth operation before it even starts, before the lab is even created. Yeah. The next day, Mike explains that even though he did not expose details about the meth lab, the men Werner spoke to would likely remember him, making it possible to connect the lab to Gus Fring and him, and possibly get a case going that would bust them for meth that they haven't even started making quite yet. I mean, they have, but not to a large scale, of course, not expanded business like they could. Mike makes a veiled threat that Werner will be killed if he makes a similar mistake again, which Werner acknowledges. He's like, I understand. He's kind of sitting there shakingly. Germans are usually pretty tough people, but he's sitting there shaking. He's like, oh my goodness. Yeah, Mike, very intimidating, taking full authority over this thing. Gus hired the right person. Mike informs Gus about Werner's bar conversation and assures Gus he is keeping a watchful eye on Werner to make sure nothing bad happens. Yeah, that sort of thing. Nacho Varga has recovered from his wounds and has a more prominent role in the Salamanca organization, but also stashes cash and fake Canadian identification cards for himself and his father to make sure they can go anywhere if they need to evade, because obviously Nacho gets in a lot of trouble with the cartel sometimes, so, and Gus and all these people. During weekly collections, Nacho trains Domingo Molina to handle dealers short. Domingo Molina is Crazy 8. To handle dealers short and their payment the same way Hector taught Nacho to do when Domingo was short. So yeah, like take authority, like get in their face, like you have to pay me type of thing. Eduardo Lalo Salamanca arrives to aid in running the business, which we don't need any more Salamancas involved. Obviously Nacho's like worried about this, like don't get in my way type of thing. Yeah. Unlike Hector, who was unconcerned with day-to-day details, Lalo is interested in every aspect, which worries Nacho because he's going to get way too nosy. He's probably going to report stuff to Hector and that sort of thing. It's not going to be a long video here. Critical acclaim, obviously. 100% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes with a 9.28 out of 10. Coushatta sensitively highlights the aches of relationships, most effectively accentuating Jimmy and Kim's uneasy arc. You know, it's crazy, like the Vietnamese girl comes in and is like, you gotta give her flowers, say sorry again, take her to dinner, like giving advice, which is really cool. I thought that was a cool moment in the show. Dalton's debut performance as Lalo was cool. He makes a solid first impression in the role, so hopefully this will turn out to be more than filling in a blank most viewers had long since forgotten existed. Yeah, I gotta go. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. GZ TV, reviewing your favorite TV shows. Videos will be longer in the future, but I just kind of had to get this crammed out, and not too much happened. A lot of storylines, a lot of intricacies, but you know, we're kind of leading into the finale of the season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Kind of an odd length of a video. Tomorrow we're going to have a Lil Baby album review. We are going to be talking about The Walking Dead. I'm probably going to be watching Halloween Ends. Probably might watch some playoff baseball. I'm not really sure. Yeah, Halloween Ends. I'm really excited for that. It's going to be a Peacock exclusive, and you can go in the theater. So yeah, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. GZTV. Reviewing your favorite TV shows for the public. You know, the most critically acclaimed TV shows. We're on Better Call Saul and Walking Dead. Probably we'll get into like Dexter and like Cobra Kai and a couple other shows I have in mind soon. But yeah, I gotta go. I got a pretty fun night ahead of me. I'm pretty much done with my homework for the day, so yeah.